Valentine's Day just passed, and if you're like most people, you probably spent way too much. Flowers, $75. Dinner, $200. Jewelry? Don't even get me started. The average American spent $175 on Valentine's Day this year. But here's what's crazy. Rich couples, they don't play this game. They have a completely different rule. And it's not about being cheap. It's about building wealth together instead of destroying it, one holiday at a time. The Valentine's Day Trap. Let me ask you something. How much did you spend on Valentine's Day this year? Be honest, and now think about the last 10 years. $175 a year. That's $1,750 over 10 years, on flowers that died in a week. Chocolates that are gone, dinners you barely remember. And here's the worst part. You're not doing it because you want to. You're doing it because society told you that's what love looks like. Hallmark created Valentine's Day as we know it. The greeting card industry made $1 billion last Valentine's Day. The floral industry, $2 billion. Restaurants, they jack up prices 30 to 50% on February 14th. You're paying more for the exact same meal just because of the date. This is manufactured spending, and wealthy couples see right through it. What rich couples do instead. So what do rich couples actually do? They follow the investment over impulse rule. Instead of spending $175 on Valentine's Day, they invest it together, in their joint investment account, in their business, in their future. And here's what makes this brilliant. It's not just about the money, it's about what it represents. When you invest together instead of spending, you're saying, our future matters more than impressing each other today. You're building something permanent instead of buying something temporary. And the math? It's insane. The math that changes everything. Let's run the numbers. $175 on Valentine's Day. Every year for 30 years. That's $5,250 in total spending. But if you invested that $175 every Valentine's Day at 8% return, in 10 years, $2,700. In 20 years, $8,600. In 30 years, $20,400. You turned Valentine's Day into a $20,000 investment. But wait, it gets better. Most couples don't just spend on Valentine's Day. They spend on anniversaries, birthdays, Christmas, random just because gifts. Let's say you spend $500 total per year on romantic gestures. Invested at 8% for 30 years? $58,000. That's a down payment on a house. That's your kid's college fund. That's your early retirement. The real reason relationships fail. Now here's where this gets really important. The number one reason couples fight? Money. The number one reason for divorce? Financial stress. So let me ask you this. What's more romantic? Buying roses that died last week, or building financial security so you never fight about money? Rich couples understand something most people don't. Love isn't about grand gestures on February 14th. It's about daily decisions that build a future together. It's about being on the same financial team. It's about shared goals, shared sacrifices, and shared wins. When you invest together on Valentine's Day, you're not being cheap, you're being smart. You're saying, I love you enough to build a future with you, not just impress you for one night. The 5 rules wealthy couples follow. So here's exactly what rich couples do. Rule number 1. They celebrate, but they don't overspend. Dinner at home, homemade card, quality time. The experience matters, The price tag doesn't. Rule number 2. They have joint financial goals. Every dollar they save or invest is towards something they both want. A house, a business, financial freedom. They're building together. Rule number 3. They automate their investments. They don't wait for Valentine's Day to invest, but if they would have spent $175, they transfer $175 to their investment account. Automatic, intentional. Rule number 4. They communicate about money. No secrets, no shame, no hidden credit card bills. They talk about spending before it happens. Rule number 5. They measure success differently. Not by how much they spent, by how much they saved, how much they invested, how much closer they got to their goals. Real couple examples. Let me tell you about 3 couples I know. Couple number 1, Sarah and Mike. They used to spend $300 every Valentine's Day. Fancy restaurant, gifts, the works. 10 years of that? $3,000 gone. Then they changed the rule. Now they cook together at home, they write letters to each other, and they invest that $300. In 5 years, they've saved $1,500 plus returns. That's their vacation fund now. Couple number 2, Jennifer and Tom. They took it even further. Every holiday, Valentine's, Christmas, birthdays, they invest instead of overspending. $1,000 a year for 8 years. They just bought their first rental property with that money. The property generates $800 a month in passive income. Their boring holidays built them a business. Couple number 3, Rachel and David. They were $40,000 in credit card debt, most of it from trying to keep up with expensive gifts and celebrations. They stopped. Every dollar they would have spent on Valentine's Day went to debt. 18 months later, debt-free. Now they're investing together. And their relationship is stronger than ever because they're not fighting about money. How to implement this? Here's how you start. Step 1. Have the conversation. Talk to your partner. Explain this strategy. Show them the math. Most people will get it immediately. Step 2. Set a spending limit. You don't have to spend $0, but agree on a reasonable number. Maybe $50, maybe $100, whatever you're both comfortable with. Step 3. Open a joint investment account. This is where your holiday money goes. Make it visual, make it real. Watch it grow together. Step 4. Create traditions that don't cost money. Homemade dinner, handwritten letters, a hike, a movie night at home. The best memories aren't expensive. Step 5. Track your progress. Every Valentine's Day, look at your investment account. See how much you've built together. That's more romantic than any bouquet. Step 6. Extend this to other holidays. Christmas, birthdays, anniversaries. Every holiday is an opportunity to invest in your future instead of burning cash. The bigger picture. Here's what most people don't understand. Wealth isn't built by one big decision. It's built by 1,000 small ones. Choosing to invest $175 on Valentine's Day won't make you rich, but it's a signal. It tells your partner, we're on the same team. It tells yourself, I'm making intentional choices with money. And those small signals add up. The couple that invests together on Valentine's Day is the same couple that budgets together, saves together, builds businesses together, retires early together. Money is the #1 thing couples fight about, but it doesn't have to be. When you align your financial goals, money becomes a tool instead of a weapon. It becomes something you build with, not something you fight over. Look, Valentine's Day just happened. Maybe you spent too much. Maybe you went into debt. That's okay. There's another Valentine's Day next year, and the year after that. You have decades of opportunities to make different choices. Rich couples don't get rich because they're smarter. They get rich because they make different choices. Small, intentional, consistent choices. Starting with Valentine's Day. So next February 14th, try something different. Cook at home. Write a letter. Invest the difference. I bet you'll be surprised. Not just by how much you save, but by how much closer you feel. If this changed how you think about relationships and money, hit that subscribe button. Because at Wealth Context, we're showing you how wealthy people actually build wealth. One smart decision at a time. See you in the next one.